All right, take two. Take two. Take two. All right, now we have to clean up that other stream. Also, why do I look so red? Hey, what's up, Kogarashi? How are you? Long time no see, man. I do remember you. Hope you're doing great. Love. Okay, it's working. Okay, nice. Yeah, sorry about that, man. I'm gonna try to turn. I look like super red, kind of like Oompa Loompa territory, almost orange. I'm gonna try to turn this light off overhead and see what happens. Yeah, that's better. I mean, it's darker, but it's not red. Hello, Network Bib. What's up, Russell? How are you? Um, what am I doing? I'm just at work right now. So, I thought today I'd bring back the office hours stream for a bit. Loaf, he isn't answering to my DMs. I don't know what Voldy is doing. Oh, yeah, I don't know about Voldy either. I haven't seen Voldy in a stream in quite a while. It's been a minute. Yeah, Nikki, that was a Nikki situation. That was a strange. That was one of those strange internet experiences, you know? Victorious Goat. Hello, Victorious Goat. Sorry, Butterscotch. I don't know why Nightbot decided to jump you there. Why are you looking like a balloon? Network Bib is working on hacker tools, it sounds like. A reverse shell with stealth mode? That seems like something you'd only use if you were up to no good. Victorious Goat, you are gone, bro. You're gone. Someone asked about... Who was it? Was it Network Bib? Why is there XP on YouTube and number fan? I'm not sure that. So I just recently crossed the 3,000 public views or whatever to where you can do some monetization things on your YouTube channel. So I'm guessing maybe it has something to do with that. I don't really know, honestly. Yeah, I honestly I have no idea why there's ranks. I'm guessing it has something to do with the monetization on the channel or something. I have no idea. Loaf, I'm packing up for my holiday. My cat is in my suitcase right now. Nice. We actually here in the States, I don't know if you're in the United States, Loaf, but here in the United States, we just got done with a holiday. It was the 4th of July. Everybody had a nice long weekend. It was a lot of fun. Network Bib, I'm trying to make hacker tools and understand them for cybersecurity stuff. Well, okay, I guess that's a valid reason to build hacker tools is to like better understand your adversaries. Arkin, I think it's ranking the biggest yappers in live chat. Oh, interesting. Well, that's cool. I mean, I can do some research. If you guys don't like it, I can see if it's something I can it may not be something I can do about, but I can look into it. It's definitely new. Loaf, I'm in Romania, but I know about that. My cousin is in the USA. Oh, nice. Been to Boston. Yeah, I've never been to Boston. I've been to Philadelphia, but never been to Boston. I would like to go to Boston someday. Arkin, you are #1 yapper. Yeah, I apologize. I've been pretty absent on the channel the last couple weeks, really. Um, I had a bunch of work stuff going on, and then the long holiday weekend, and yeah, I still been coding a lot and building a lot. It's just I've been doing it, you know, not on stream and not on YouTube. Butterscotch always have been. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you guys who show up. Like, I still can't believe it's July and I started streaming regularly in January, and I cannot believe that there are people who come back and hang out and chat. So it's very kind of y'all, and I appreciate it. It's much more fun to have people to chat with than streaming to yourself in a room all by yourself. Loaf, I don't know. YouTube is giving me no XP. Oh, let me see. Yeah, there seems to be a way, like I can actually see, I guess, who has XP, and right now, yeah, you're not getting any XP. I don't know why. I have no idea. If I could give you all XP, I would hand out XP freely. Just throwing it everywhere. You get XP and you get XP. Here's some more XP for you. Irish Bobby, goodbye Irish Bobby. I don't know what people's deal is. The internet and the N-word, I don't understand the internet's obsession with this. Butterscotch, do you have any idea how to set up NeoVim for C++? I'm using ClangD for LSP stuff, but some header files are not included in it, and it gives LSP warnings. I honestly, I don't. I don't write any C++. I would offer to help you figure it out, but honestly, being like a total C++ noob, I think I would just leave you more confused than I would probably help. I gotta believe there's some obscure Reddit post or something out there, right? That's like NeoVim for C++. What IDE do C++ developers use? That's a good. I don't know what the, like, from a community perspective. If you write C++, what's the IDE you use, right? Do you just? I know Visual Studio has some support for C++ and C, but I don't know what the most popular is, right? Like Russell Visual Studio. Okay, there you go. So yeah, I've never written C++ or C, right? So I don't know, but okay, Visual Studio. Okay, 2 people already. Okay, cool. Well, that's interesting. I would have never guessed that, but I guess it kind of makes sense, right? C# is a C-like language, so it probably makes sense that their tools would be pretty good for C developers as well. Russell, I've always used VC++ since like 98. I've never heard of VC++. Let's check this out. Also, is the music too quiet? I can turn the music up a little bit if you guys want. Oh no, I won't mess with it. VC++. Alright, you're distracting me here for a second, but I'm going to check this out. Butterscotch, I got it working, but there are some configuration issues with my config dealing with header files to include. Yeah, that sucks, man. I mean, that's the one thing about NeoVim, right? It's like, it's wonderful once you get it the way you want it, but getting it the way you want it is quite a chore. Dev C++. Yeah, I don't know anything about those communities, C++ or C. Like, I don't really know. Like, I've heard a lot of people talk about C Lion, right? That's an IDE, right, from JetBrains. So I've heard of people talk about that one. I have yet to begin my embedded systems software architecture arc. I don't know if I will ever go on it, but yeah, I don't have a big appetite to go and learn C or C++. I'm sure there's going to be some devs out there that are like, you're not a real dev unless you know how to write C and C++, but I'm okay. I'm okay, I guess, then, with not being a real dev. I tell you what, the Monday coming back from a long holiday, that is such a vibe. Yeah, see you, Loaf. No worries, man. I did not know you and Voldy knew each other. I knew Voldy was in Romania, but I didn't realize you and Voldy knew each other. Yeah, so yeah, if you could just anybody here like Office Space? Loaf didn't work. Yeah, he's probably busy, man. Butterscotch, I had to write data structures in raw C for my first semester subject. Eesh, that sounds hard. I don't know how hard it is to write C, but I would imagine doing data structures and algorithms in a non-GC language can be pretty difficult. Network Bib, what are you doing right now? I'm just working. Just was going through Slack. I answered some emails. Wrote one automated test already, and I've got how many? I've got like 6 or 7 I'm gonna try to write before the end of the day. Maybe more. We'll see. Obviously, stand up and meetings and things like that, but. Oh, that's cool. So real life friends that are also internet friends. That's kind of cool. I've actually never really had well, I guess I take that back. So when I worked in the fitness industry, I would go to quite a few conferences uh during the year, and I met a number of people at those conferences that I've since stayed in touch with. So they're like friends that they started as in real life friends, but they're mainly just internet friends now, which is odd, but also fun. I mean, it's cool to keep up with people and see how their lives change and evolve over time. See you, Network Bib. Have a good day, man. Thanks for stopping in. Sorry about being kind of absent the last few weeks, but what can I say? You know, 32-year-old dad of 2. Haven't seen him since February. We rarely meet. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I mean, there's like I said, there's several friends that I have that are mostly just internet friends at this point. EDL, the best? Is that electronic dance line? What does EDL stand for? I am not AI. If I was AI, I'd be a much better programmer. According to all the hype on Twitter, if I was AI, I'd be a better programmer. I thought I muted that. Did I not mute that? Sorry. Joyle, what's your take on the future of JavaScript? I think JavaScript's here to stay. I think as long as browsers exist, uh, JavaScript's here to stay. You know, I also think that JavaScript as a language is just has a has a relatively non-steep learning curve, and then once you learn it, you can pretty much do whatever you want. So I think, yeah, I think JavaScript's going to be here to stay. I think the language is going to evolve. Like my number one prediction with JavaScript is I think native types are eventually going to come to JavaScript at some point. I don't know when. Maybe it's 10 years, 20 years. I don't know. But eventually, that's, I think, where the world's headed. Uh, and that's largely just predicated on the popularity of TypeScript. Like, I just think, um, like, JS doc comments are nice, right? They're super awesome. But they're also much more verbose than just writing types. So I think eventually you're going to have some ability for optional static typing in JavaScript at some point. Russell, you could make yourself into an AI and automate your streams. Yeah, but then like that takes all the fun out of it, right? Like it's like who wants to watch robots play football, right? I think in some to some extent humans crave interaction with and content from. Like they want to see humans doing things. They want to interact with other humans, right? Watch this. I'll eat my words. The next the next big fad will be AI streamers. See you, loaf. Like shake your head quickly because AI can't do that or walk. Russell, there's too much momentum to change the web off JavaScript at this point. Yeah, I mean, and what's the value add? I mean, I think that's the biggest. Um, yeah, I think that's always the biggest question of like, is there probably a better alternative, or could there be a better alternative to JavaScript? Let's say yes, right? But then it's like when you look at the amount of effort, right, or the amount of investment versus the amount of return, it's like why would you, right? Russell, even if some browsers started supporting other languages, the entire internet would need to switch over. Yeah, exactly. Yep, there's like a long tail there. Butterscotch, yeah, JS docs plus types is great. Yeah, JS doc is great, right? But it's very verbose, and then you have this issue of like always trying to keep the source code in what I want to say in sync with the JS doc comments. And I understand there's things like linters and linting rules that will help you do that. But again, I think if JS docs were the answer, then you would see way more people using JS docs than using TypeScript. You know what I mean? Like, I just think at some point you have to look at where people gravitate towards, and it seems like, for the most part, once you get up above like a small script or a project that has more than a couple people working on it, it seems like there's always an appetite from developers to use TypeScript. Russell, if you can appreciate the engineering of the robots, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I just still don't see a world where like one day people are like, yeah, instead of watching, Pat Mahomes throw the football, I want to watch some robotic AI powered version of Pat Mahomes throwing the football. I don't see that world coming to bear. EDL the best. Could you do a face reveal or ever will? What do you mean a face reveal? Oh, are you saying like because I'm AI? But I'm not AI. This is my face. Unfortunately, this is the face I have. I pretty much just write my code, then ask Copilot to add JS docs, make a declaration file, and test. Yeah, I mean Copilot's great for the JS docs thing. I mean it's wild how good it is. I also use it in C# for XML comments. It's really really good at that stuff. I think I'm saying your name right, Joyal or Joyal. I don't know. Sorry if I'm butchering your name. Once it globally accepted like JS, it's hard to change that, right? Yes, and I think that's why I say types will come to JavaScript at maybe 10 or 20 years, right? I think there's just anything that's that widely used and that well adopted, making a significant change to it, right, is a big deal. What would you do in a zombie apocalypse? Let's see. In a zombie apocalypse, well, what kind of zombies are they? Are they the fast, like crazy, scary kind of zombies, or are they like the dumb, slow ones? Russell, and for keeping them all in sync, I just have Copilot review for discrepancies and fix. Yeah, that's a great use for Copilot. Yeah, that's one of my new favorite features on GitHub is that you can request a PR review from Copilot. I think that's really cool. EDL, they're fast. Okay, so if they're that kind of zombie, then I'm gonna get my family and I'm gonna go to like the most remote part of the Ozark Mountains in the middle of nowhere, and yeah, pretty much just well, I'm probably gonna find someone too that knows how to subsist off the land really well, and do that. I have some people in mind who I would go to first. It's kind of wild when you think about that, though. Like in that world, like in the zombie apocalypse world, the people who are valuable are not at all the people who are valuable today, right? Like, it's kind of wild how that works. I came across your live randomly, man. Yeah, I'm from. I originally grew up in Missouri, in the United States, in a small town called Joplin, Missouri. But now I live in Kansas City, Kansas, which isn't too far away. It's like 3 hours away, but that's where I live at now. Oh, also I should say I'm probably gonna stream till about 10 a.m. Central Standard, so about another 20-ish, 25-ish minutes. I have a stand-up meeting at 10 o'clock. Yes, I will. Yeah, I'll still stream. I'll still code and stream. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, for me, streaming during the day over lunch is has been the best way for me to be consistent at it. But then my kids have been on summer break, so I haven't really done it just because, well, when you have kids running around your house, it's kind of unpredictable. But I might try to go back to giving that a go. Because streaming at night is just, there's two problems for me when I stream at night. One is sometimes by the time it's 8 p.m. at night, I don't feel like streaming. And then the second thing is that a lot of the times at night is when I get the most like uninterrupted time to do like deep work on my own projects. So yes, I'm not going to commit to a timestamp today, but yeah, I'm going to try to go back to maybe lunchtime streams or maybe just afternoon streams. We could say. So for context, I'm learning full stack. Do you have any suggestions how to think like developer or any projects to do? Well, if you haven't checked out Free Code Camp, I would point you. It sounds like you're probably already on a path to learning, but I always send people to Free Code Camp. Free Code Camp's great. The wonderful thing about Free Code Camp's curriculum is it's all project based, so you build a lot of things. In terms of thinking like a developer, I think the key there is like getting good at solving problems, which for me means you get good at taking some big task and breaking it down into a lot of smaller tasks and being able to focus on solving small individual problems that eventually add up to solving the whole problem. So I think lots of reps of doing that, both tutorial driven and also your own projects. And then, honestly, your own projects are really going to be either like 10x more valuable, 100x more valuable than following a tutorial. But that would be one piece of advice. The other piece of advice I would give you is try to find opportunities to program. I don't know what your opportunities are like for pair programming, but I think it helps to find opportunities to read other people's code or work with other people who write code so that you can see how they solve problems, how they approach development. That I think is a big benefit too. Chat delay and stream delay. It seems fine on my side. Butterscotch afternoon streams are great for yes. Honestly, the afternoon streams work good for me here in the Western Hemisphere too. Tyler, I have a presentation tomorrow. I'm terrified as fuck right now. You got any? I don't mean to laugh at you, man. Just the way you said that, terrified as fuck. You got any advice, please? Tyler, my advice would be to practice your presentation. I know you said it's tomorrow, but if you have time between now and tomorrow, practice your presentation like 3, 4, 5 times till presenting feels rote, right? I think knowing your material, knowing what you're going to say and how you're going to say it puts a lot of anxiety at ease. When I do presentations at work, or I have to give presentations to like client or customer facing presentations like that, that's what I do. Is I practice it to the point where I feel like I'm the most knowledgeable person about the stuff I'm presenting, and that sets a lot of my anxiety at ease. The other thing I would tell you, just generally speaking, is nobody in the room is rooting for you. I don't know if it's actually a physical presentation, maybe it's online, but anybody who's involved in that presentation, nobody is actively rooting for you to fail, right? So don't be self-conscious. Everybody wants to hear what you have to say. They hope that it's a good presentation. They're rooting for you, right? Like tell yourself that story. Don't tell yourself the other story. So those would be my two big pieces of advice. That's the way I prep for a presentation: is know what you're presenting so well that you feel like you could talk about it in your sleep, and then be optimistic, and remember that it's it's never as bad as you think it is. What's up, COD newbie? Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Tyler, thanks, man, to help. Yeah, I hope it does, man. I'll be rooting for you. I'll be wishing you all the best in your presentation. I know it's people's number one fear is public speaking, right? They fear it more than death. So I get it, man. I'll be wishing you all the best. Rick Gaines, legend. Yeah, we're rooting for you. Jackson, I don't know. Is that German? I'm not sure what you said there. Sorry. By the way, what are you planning to work on next? Any new projects? I don't know, man, honestly. Like, I need to be learning. I need to be putting time learning Go. I guess you're probably asking projects on stream. I know what projects I want to work on that are kind of maybe, I don't know how much of them will be on stream, because I don't really want to only work on them when I stream, because then I'll never get anything done. Like I just like if I only work on 1 hour a day, I won't make very much progress. But on stream, I know I want to keep learning Go. And at this point, yeah, that's it. I have a list of things to like try on stream that I'll probably just kind of work through. The projects I want to work on, I kind of talked about it. The projects I want to work on off stream are, sorry, Jackson, I don't understand whatever language you're speaking there. The projects I want to work on before the end of the year is I want to build my own Buy Me a Coffee site so that I can learn how to integrate the Stripe API for accepting payments. I'd like to build some sort of personal finance app that uses Plaid to collect data from my financial providers. And there was a third one. I should have wrote it down. It'll come to me at some point. But those are kind of the next things I want to build before the year closes out that I think could actually be useful and would teach me something. So yeah, that's the plan at the moment. It's Dutch. Oh, sorry, Jackson. I don't know Dutch, but I'd love to come visit a Dutch-speaking country at some point. Butterscotch, are you planning to build a personal brand? Like, you mean like a personal website? Because my personal brand is just me. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say that I'm building a personal brand, but yeah, I mean, my personal brand is just all the stuff I do on the internet and have been doing on the internet. I don't have any intentions at like trying to make my full-time living off of making content and streaming. I just do it because it's fun. Deutschland isn't that German? Yeah, that's Germany, right? But yeah, I don't know German, so I apologize. I cannot converse with you. We'd have to use Gemini or Google Translate or something like that. There's an idea for a project. So if you're a streamer and you have the real-time chat coming in, but you have chat from multiple languages, right? You could have some application that automatically translates the incoming chat. That'd be kind of a cool plugin for OBS. It probably already exists. I mean, that's got to be a thing a lot of streamers deal with, like real popular ones. Yeah, I have no. Yeah, I'm sorry, Jackson. I would talk back to you, man. I just don't know what. I'm not 100% certain what you're saying, and I don't want to take the time to copy and paste into Google Translate at the moment. Butterscotch, maybe a short script for Nightbot works too. Does Nightbot do scripts? Because that would be cool. I mean, that seems like a feature request for Nightbot, doesn't it? Yeah, it doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't look like, or I don't know how to. Let's see, documentation. Yeah, it doesn't look like they support that, but that would be pretty baller if they did. I don't know if any of you guys are from the U.S. There's been a crazy floods happening in Texas. It's awful. It's awful. Jackson, I try English. Yeah, try English, man. Yeah, if you know English. Quagmire. nice, nice username, friend. And nice profile picture. Yes. Most times I'm smiling on stream. I mean, sometimes if I'm focused on something, then it looks like I'm not happy or smiling. But if I'm streaming, I'm probably in a good mood. Because if I'm in a bad mood, I'm probably not going to stream. I do not, but I can try to. Yeah, man, I don't even worry about it. I don't want you to feel like I'm ignoring your chat messages. It's not that I'm ignoring your chat messages. It's just there's a language barrier. All right. Well, let's see. First things first here. Oh, that's my 10-minute reminder that stand-up it's almost time for a stand-up meeting. I don't know how you guys feel about stand-up meetings, but I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan of the stand-up. That's a really weird desire, Quagmire. Super super weird desire there. Just leave them totally lost and pondering their life. What would you do if you saw curly hair in your food, but the chef was bald? Well, I mean, there's more than one person back in there in the kitchen. I mean, yeah, if you find hair in your food, you should always send it back. I don't know a restaurant on earth that would not remake your food if you found a hair in it. You know what I mean? Okay, now Jackson speaks perfect English. So I guess this is actually interesting. So Jackson, have you been gaslighting me? Because like, you can't speak English, but you understand English. I think that's sketch, my man. I think that is sketch. I'm surprised you have 25 subscribers on YouTube. I had 25 subscribers and I had posted 600 videos. You have 25 subscribers and you have 4 random videos. Jackson, yes. Well, that's odd, my friend. But I understand the internet is a strange and terrifying place, so. Total gaslighting session. Oh man, now you speak perfect English. You spelled gaslighting correct. No look at shorts. Oh nah. The whole time you're just fucking with me. Butterscotch, I think you need to add Streamlabs into your chat to run custom scripts for live chat. Stream has that? Streamlabs? I'll have to look. I was using Streamlabs to... I was using OBS Streamlabs before I switched over to just regular OBS. Huh. Yeah, I have to look into that. I do think that would be an interesting project for someone though. Live translations for streams. Especially large streams. You know, you think of someone like Tim the Tatman or the Primogen who have, you know, they've got tens of thousands of viewers, hundreds of concurrent chatters. Like, Shazam, what kind of developer you are? Also, you are amazing. I don't know if I'm amazing. So I primarily do web development. My day job, though, you can actually find all my information on LinkedIn. My day job is as a quality engineer, so I mostly do automated test related stuff work wise. But in my free time and on my YouTube channel, I like to do web development. Shazam, what's running on your mind when you need to create a solution for complex logic? If the logic is super complex, I almost always default to setting up some sort of automated testing solution. Either, you know, if I'm writing JavaScript or TypeScript, it's usually with Vitest. If I'm using .NET, it's XUnit. And I start building test cases, and then I start implementing my code against test cases. Like, I might have a first pass at the complex logic, but then to really like suss out all the edge cases, I'll almost immediately always start writing tests. That's just I think it's I don't think it's necessary, but I think it's far more inefficient to sit there and try to like reason your way through complex logic instead of just iteratively testing and making changes and getting feedback. I think it's a much more efficient way. Beggar. Hello, kind sir. Hello, Beggar. How are you? Nice username. Arun. Hello, Arun. How are you? Spare some change. Anything helps. I've got nothing to give you, man. I'm sorry. Butterscotch. I think it would be easy script for Twitch streams because their API stuff is pretty easy. I don't know about YouTube. I think YouTube has I mean, they obviously do because OBS has a chat window in it, right? That's obviously it's probably polling. If I had to guess, probably polling for chat messages. But yeah, I think you could do it. What's up, Tax Betterman? It's been a minute. Hope you're doing well. I think I'm gonna hide Beggar from the channel, because he seems like he's got an agenda there with the username and the chat messages. Any website to work API through Python, please suggest. A website to work API. So I'm guessing you want to use Python to make an API, or you want to use Python to call an API? I don't know. I mean, Free Code Camp has some curriculum that uses Python, but the course I've heard the best reviews from, and the course that I felt like was great for learning Python, was Python for Everybody by Dr. Chuck. If there's also the probably the best like full stack curriculum is probably boot.dev. I haven't done it, but based on the reviews, it looks pretty good. Yeah, I remember you. I've been good. Arun, are you satisfied with your job? Oh yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, I have a great job. The company I work for is wonderful. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, Shazan, I'm sorry, I don't have any videos specifically that I can recommend you to, but I would check out Python for Everybody. And then if you're more inclined to maybe pay for training or education, you might check out boot.dev. Rapid API. Okay. Yeah. There you go. Butterscotch is the hookup. All right, guys, I gotta jump. I have a meeting at 10. I've got to be on, so I'm gonna jump off here. But if you're around later, like later this afternoon, and you see me live, stop on in. But otherwise, I'll talk to you guys later. You can also hop in our Discord if you're new here. You can pop on into the Discord and chat there more if you want to. All right, guys, have a good rest of your Monday, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, y'all.